Throughout the world, the Dutch are well known for their water expertise. With advice, knowledge and financial support, the programme, Partners for Water, stimulates the Dutch water sector with international ambitions to be active abroad. One of those projects is the Climate Adaptation Atlas, Bangladesh.
The Climate Atlas is a digital database that visualizes the impacts of climate change. So in a sense we are trying to visualize the future. We want to support the use of climate information in spatial planning and decision making. Now climate change to many people is something complicated and something far away. And by visualizing it, we make it more easy to use.
For the pilot project we got the support from Partners for Water, and together with our partners in Bangladesh we brought the data together, and in a setting with different stakeholders we discussed for the Howard area how flash floods would look now and in the future.
Decisions on adaptation need to be based on solid information, where to put your money, where to invest in adaptation. And the Climate Atlas helps to identify which areas are most vulnerable, so where action is most urgently needed.
Bangladesh is one of the most vulnerable countries in the world to climate change. The highly populated delta is confronted with complex challenges. There is flooding, cyclones, but also droughts, groundwater depletion and salinity. All are severe threats to food production and drinking water availability. Climate change is expected to increase these problems even further.
So to tackle the climate change in future, we need to know what's going to happen, not only in the past, not only in the present, but also in the future. And for future any forecasting, that we need some forecasts, and that Climate Change Atlas will enable us to understand this forecast better. And when we are going to plan a project or land development project or river training project or flood control irrigation projects, then we can better use this data for understanding the future and take action in that way.
The Climate Atlas achieved not only into the national level stakeholder, also involved in the local level stakeholder. And the local level people also involved in the planning process, because we bring this Climate Atlas to the local level and show them how they involved into the planning process.
Climate Change Atlas is going to be very important in the future, because you see we have developed the Bangladesh Delta Plan, and for the whole country we are dealing with this planning, and this plan will be updated regularly every 5 years, and for updating those plans also the different agencies will implement their own programs. So using this Climate Change Atlas, they will be able to plan their program, everything in a better way.
Well, based on our experiences in Holland and in Bangladesh, we are now trying to implement it also in other partner countries for the Netherlands. We're active in Indonesia, for instance, also in Nepal and the Himalayan region. The idea of having an atlas is interesting for most countries, because climate change has no boundaries, and adaptation has to take place, especially in developing countries, which are often hardest hit by the impacts of climate change.